so I just don't know what I'm doing, and I very much have this feeling of like, what do I want my life to look like? What am I doing with my life? Like, what is going on? It really made me realize that I've been chasing always more, rather than focusing on managing super well what I have, being grateful for it and treating it well, and not making excuses and saving for my future and investing and paying myself first. All things that I've kind of been like, oh, but I just need to make a little bit more money and then I'll be able to do that. I want to scrap that mentality and just work super well with what I have. It's freezing.
Give me a moment, please.
No problem.
Hi there, how can I help you?
Hi, can I please have a medium steep tea with 2 milks?
Right here,
Thank you. I love going to Tim Hortons in Ontario because they do the steep tea, and most places in Quebec don't do it. There's places in Ontario too that, like, if you ask for the steep tea, they're just like, what? But it's basically a black tea that they steep for longer, and they don't, when they give it to you in the cup, they don't give you the tea bag, and then the tea bag gets all soggy and it drips everywhere. Tea lovers, you know, getting a tea to go is such a pain in the butt. But the steep tea just comes like how they brew a coffee. They brew the tea and then just pour it in the cup, and it's insane. Oh, rats, I don't have enough. I don't have enough change. I'm gonna have to break a 20. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You too. Okay, let's... Oh my god. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's never actually a good idea to film in the drive-thru, and then... Anyway. Okay, things. Turn this off, turn this down. I'm gonna take off my jacket because I wanna sit here and chat with you guys, and I am sufficiently warmed up thanks to my heat seaters, my seat heaters that I call heat seaters for an unknown reason. No, it's still cold. It's still cold, but like, I'm about to sit here and chat. I need to look cute, you know? Let's clean the lens. Haven't even had caffeine yet. So yeah, medium steep tea. I love it so much. It smells so good. It's probably too hot to drink. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another vlog. Welcome if you're new. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. I think 2025 is going to be an incredible year. I just have that feeling. Every new year I have that feeling of like, let's make this the best year yet, because why not? Whatever goals that we set and missed out on, whatever goals we set and we achieved, we just get to build on everything, you know? I'm so excited to spend another year with you guys, another year vlogging. I just love YouTube so much, and I love what we have going on here, and I just can't wait to keep it going throughout 2025. So hope you guys had a happy holiday. I hope you guys took some time to rest and recharge, and I hope you're just ready for an amazing 2025. I seriously wish that whatever you have on your dream board, on your vision board, whatever in your heart you're wishing for this year, I hope it comes true for you. And I just want to continue sharing my life in a way that inspires you to go after your dreams, and that we can kind of achieve our dreams together and live that healthy and wealthy life and mindset together. So this video, today's vlog, we are going to be spending the next couple of days together, honestly up to a week. I'm not sure exactly how long this will be, but my goal is that this is just like a long, cozy, chatty, kind of comforting vlog to kick off the new year together, and just slowly but surely, and not almost, but in a realistic way, get ready for the new year together. I wanted to grab a tea and just sit in my car and chat with you guys for a bit, because I wanted to just let you in a bit on like how, I'm gonna turn off my car. I wanted to let you guys in a bit on how I was feeling over the holidays, and just how just like get real for a second about how New Year's makes me feel and what I'm doing to kind of combat it, but still make sure that I'm setting myself up to exactly live my best healthy, wealthy life in 2025. So let's go back to Vlogmas. Vlogmas was incredible, you guys. I want to thank everyone who watched and participated. Congrats to everyone who won one of the giveaways. We did 12 days of Vlogmas and 12 giveaways, and it was so fun. I feel like we got to know each other better because every time there was a giveaway, there was a question prompt, and it made me kind of want to start doing, sorry guys, not a giveaway every video because it's not sustainable, but like a question of the video every single video, and just a way that we can kind of further connect in the comments. So for today's video, I just want to know, what is one thing that you are manifesting for 2025? I loved reading in the last video what you guys are proud of from 2024. So many incredible things, you know, families that were started or grown in 2024, projects realized, things that you guys did that just made you, simple things that made you feel proud of yourself. I loved reading that. So I want to know, what is a crazy out there dream of yours for 2025? Maybe something that you've never even told anyone, but like you can just let it out in the comments here, and it'll be so fun to reflect in a year from now on the things that come true. And if they don't come true, it's fine. And on that note, I fully crashed after Christmas. I had a great Christmas. You guys saw that video. But I did the same thing last year, where rather than taking some actual time to relax, recharge, reset after Christmas, I just was like, okay, it's time for New Year's. And I was like scrolling on Instagram and seeing people make their vision boards and seeing people set their goals. I'm sorry, I have to turn the car back on. It's too cold. Yeah, I know it's -10. I think it's even colder than that. You guys know the content, oh, the 2024 recaps, like all of that content, and it's fun in small doses, but when you just get into that mode of like doom scrolling, and then if you also like to create content, then you're like, oh, should I post this? Should I, you know, and it takes time to create content. And so do I want to sit and chat with my family, or do I want to go hide in another room and, you know, edit a reel, which is a little bit what I did for Vlogmas. So I was like, okay, I already did that a bit. Like I can't just keep not being in the moment. Like I want to be here and I want to be in the moment. And I was also exhausted. I think a lot of us feel that way at the end of the year. A lot of us will get sick because we finally have time to kind of come down from the busyness. And I was being so hard on myself. I was talking to myself so negatively. I was comparing myself like none other. And when I get in that mindset, the things I tell myself, you guys, are so mean. I will tell, I'm just going to share them with you because they're actually silly, and I know they're silly, but like this is how I talk to myself, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this. I will be like, you're like, one thing I tell myself is, you're so stupid, it's unimaginable. Like it's unimaginable how stupid you are. And I tell myself that over and over again, like, what's wrong with me? Why would I say that to myself? That is so mean. You know, like you would only say that to like your worst enemy. Like your worst enemy, and you wouldn't, just don't say that, you know? I look at other girls and I look at their hair and their skin and their body and their makeup and everything, and I compare myself, and I had just dug myself into such a hole that I realized, and I'm so proud of myself that I was able to do this. I was able to look at what I was doing and to look at how I was feeling and pull the plug and be like, it's not worth it. Like you're feeling all of this over an Instagram reel. You're feeling all of this over what? Over being 10 days earlier to prepare for 2025. And so in wanting to prepare for 2025, you want to make yourself feel good, and you want to be that girl, you want to be that person, but you're torturing yourself in order to try and get there. And if that's how you're doing it, you're never going to get there. And it's so beyond the point, right? Like the point of trying to be our best self is so that we can feel good, and so that we don't tell ourselves mean things like that. So anyway, I guess I just realized the irony in what I was trying to do versus how I was trying to do it. And I pulled the plug, and I didn't post anything for a week, and I didn't vlog for a week, and I scrolled a tiny bit, but a significant amount less. And you guys, I feel so much better. Now I feel ready to ease into 2025. Now I feel ready to think about my goals. Now I feel ready. And that's what I want to do with you guys in this video, is again, just ease into it in a realistic way. One thing that I kind of wanted to do over the holiday break was like total home reset, and I was gonna film it and deep clean. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. But you know what I did do is finish Yellowstone, and I feel so good for that. I read books. I finished books. Like, I had a book that I was like almost halfway done, finished it, started another book, read half of it. And so I feel accomplished in those tiny ways. I feel like I recharged in a way that felt good for me, and I'm just so happy and grateful for that. So that's my little chat that I wanted to have. Now we're, like I said, gonna spend a couple days together and just ease into 2025, and I hope that chat can be helpful for anyone. Let's fucking go. Okay, we're gonna keep driving. I want to chat with you guys about money a little bit, because budgeting and money, I think we all feel this way at the beginning. It's important year round, but I feel like a lot of us feel this way at the beginning of the year. So I'm just gonna drive over to the bank and we'll continue this conversation. Same setting, different background, even though it's still gonna be winter. The only thing missing right now is my sister.
Word on road is the click about to blow. You ain't gotta run the things, baby. She look like a star, but only on camera, only on camera. How you mean? Don't you know about the dream? Oh yeah. Summer's mine. Time just take care of me right now. Get money, just take care of me, girl. 'Cause you be tired of taking care of me right now. Ooh.
Like, try to tell me that Take Care isn't the best album ever made. I love it so much. You guys, one of my goals for 2025 / resolution / whatever is just to stop caring so much, and translated, it's to be a bitch. I don't know. I feel like I can be such a people pleaser, especially when it comes to work stuff. Like, in my personal life, I guess I am a bit of a people pleaser in my personal life too, but like especially at work. And this came to me because I have two examples of this, why I need to be a bigger biatch. One is when I'm teaching. I've noticed, so I've been going, the gym that I teach at, where I teach bar, I've been going there since I was like 21, so 7 years, and they used to be really, really strict about phones. Like, you could not bring your phone in the room. No one went on their phone during class. Like, you just didn't do it. And I feel like, first of all, phone culture has changed. Like, we're more addicted to our phones than ever. And then since COVID, like, the rules have kind of laxed up, and I'll be giving a class and like people will just stop doing the class and they'll just go on their phone. They'll be in the plank, they'll be texting, and like, I'm so sick of it and I hate it. And when it happens, it bothers me. One, because it's rude for me as the teacher, like, hey, I'm trying to give you this class. But more importantly, it ruins the vibe for the people around the person on their phone, especially when like the lights are dimmed and then the phone lights up. And I've had clients come to me and complain and be like, that so-and-so like wouldn't get off their phone. But I'm so afraid of pissing off the person who's on their phone. Like, in my head, I'm like, girl, get off your phone. Like, and that's what I want to say. But I'm so afraid of like offending them or calling them out that I'm just like, hey, can you get off your phone? And like, come on, you know? So that's what inspired this resolution, is to like, just be a bitch. Like, get off your phone, you know? So I've already put it into play. I taught yesterday and 2 classes, and I was like, guys, 2025, like, I don't want to see any of you on your phone, and I'm gonna like put you in jail if you do it, you know? I'm not gonna confiscate someone's phone, because like, that's just stupid, but like, I might kick you out of class. I might. So yeah, that was 1. And then 2, I also kind of want to apply it to YouTube, and just like, I used to hold so many little aspects of my personality back because I was like afraid that like it would offend someone. Like, I was afraid that like me singing in the car driving, like someone would be like, that's cringe, unsubscribe. It's like, leave then, good. Like, Why do I want to please everyone so much that I like hold back a part of myself, you know? I love to sing. I know I'm bad at it, but it's fun, you know? And I like to make up songs and I like to be silly. And for so long, I thought that that would just, someone would find it cringe and they would unsubscribe, and then wham, I'd lose a subscriber. Okay, leave then, you know? That's one of my resolutions, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably need to adopt that too, because I feel like especially as women we can be such people pleasers, and we've all met that like powerful woman who just doesn't give a rip and says what's on their mind, and it's refreshing and it's cool. So anyway, now let's talk about money, okay? Now that you know one of my resolutions, another one of my resolutions, goals, whatever, is of course going to be another year of budgeting and cash envelopes. I love budgeting. I love cash envelopes so much. I am feeling so reinvigorated and re-inspired with my budget because I have been reading my brother's friend. He's like a family friend at this point, Ibby, who you guys would have seen in the Christmas vlog. He is so sweet. He got me for Christmas The Wealthy Barber Returns, that book, and I'm halfway through it. I've been reading it like crazy. I'm enjoying it so much, and it just really, it's funny because last year I set the goal of reading like 10 personal finance books or whatever, or like 6, and I read 1. But I see why it's so important now that I'm reading this one and I'm really enjoying it, because it keeps you in that mindset. It keeps you inspired to focus more on your budget, focus on your finances, spend money on the things that matter to you, say no to the things that don't. And it just keeps you in that mindset. And I think it's fantastic. So I'm really enjoying that book. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen so you guys can see. It's geared towards Canadians, but I think anyone, like any country, can benefit from it. You just ignore the acronyms that don't apply to you because they're like for our savings accounts. So I'm feeling super invigorated and inspired. I have not done my budgeting reset yet. Today is Saturday and I'm planning on doing it on Monday. You guys will probably see that video before you see this one because I'm just gonna like film it, edit it, and turn it around, but check it out if you haven't yet. What I have done so far though is I did a little closing the year exercise, not a total close because I haven't fully reflected on all of my spending by category, but I just closed up my holiday budget. I checked in on everything that I spent over the holidays. How did it measure up to the Christmas budget that I set? So I had set a $1,000 Christmas budget and I ended up spending $1,300. So I went over by $300, which isn't great, but it's fine. And the learning here is just that, okay, I need to save $1,300 to $1,500 for Christmas next year. And I want to start saving for that like now. So I'm excited to have that number. Rather than being hard on myself for going over, I'm just excited to know what I need to do for next year. And simple as that. It's $100 a month to save for Christmas. Knowing me, I'm gonna, you know, I'll do like a little bit here and there / cash savings. But anyways, I still have some money left in my Christmas savings account because 2 of the gifts that I gave are kind of like IOU gifts. So one of them was ski passes for JS and another, well, for JS and I, to go skiing for the day in Vermont. And another one was a spa day with my mom. So I wanted to make sure to keep enough cash. I kept $400 in here, which is quite a bit actually. But I wanted to kind of over budget for those things that I owe so that when these people decide to cash in their gifts, I'm not like, oh shit, I don't have the money. So I'm keeping that cash. That's what you guys see in this envelope here. The next thing that I did, you guys, was I paid off my credit cards. Super important. I wanted to start the year with my credit cards fully paid off. I pay off my credit cards in full every month, but I just wanted that to be done and dealt with. Oh, you guys are going to be proud of me. I got some money for Christmas, which was so gorgeous and generous. And I put all of it into my TFSA. I invested all of it into the ETF that I'm invested in for my TFSA, which felt so good. It's actually a lie. I kept $100 and went to the casino. But the majority of my Christmas money, which was kind of a lot this year, which was so nice, all of that towards my investment. So that was a fantastic way to end the year too. And I'm talking about ending the year, but like if you guys are watching this and you're like, oh, I got some Christmas money, I haven't spent it yet, I want to put $200 into my investments, it's not too late, do it now. So that's good. And it's like, you're taking your gift and you're giving your future self a gift with it because of compound interest. So super cool. I have here this envelope. You guys are probably familiar with it. My spent on credit envelope. I'm going to go deposit that into the bank. And this is going to help me pay off my credit cards for a lot of this is Christmas money. So for example, I ordered my sister something from Coach. I had all my Christmas savings in cash, bought the Coach thing on my credit card, and then I took the cash and put it here into this envelope. So now I'm going to deposit it so that it can go towards my credit card, and that'll be great. While I'm at the ATM, I'm going to withdraw $1,000 for my cash budget for January. I'm a little bit late with it, so I might have some reconciling to do after, but you guys will see that in the annual reset that I'm going to film and do on Monday. So I'll talk more about that later. And then the last thing I did here, I just put a little bit of money into this savings account. I've decided to switch up the way that I'm doing my emergency fund and my sinking funds this year. We can talk more about that later, but I'm really excited and I'm just wanting to do more cash savings this year instead of trying to keep all my savings digital. I've realized that I do super well with cash savings and I'm way more motivated to save when it's in cash. So we're getting this envelope going. So yeah, I just pulled over because I wanted to tell you guys about that. I'm gonna go through the drive-through ATM, like why not? Ottawa's kind of car country for me, so I'm just carring around. She knows where the good ones go. Oh my god, I had to reverse because I'm too far from the thing. So I'm all ready for my big budgeting session on Monday. I'm so excited, and I just have this feeling like in my heart, in my chest, that this is going to be a great year financially. A mindset shift that I'm trying to make is I can have a great year financially regardless of how much money I make. The book I've been reading that I just told you about, The Wealthy Barber, plus I've been listening to an audiobook called The Mountain Is You. Both books said the same thing, and it was just exactly what I needed to hear, which is that oftentimes we think that the key to being better with our money and like achieving financial success, saving for the future, is always about earning more. But that's not the case. And they were saying that people who earn less oftentimes are actually better with their money because they have to work with less and kind of live below their means and just work with what they have. I know that's not always the case, but just hearing the way that the books described things, it really made me realize that I've been chasing always more, rather than focusing on managing super well what I have, being grateful for it and treating it well and not making excuses and saving for my future and investing and paying myself first. All things that I've kind of been like, oh, but I just need to make a little bit more money and then I'll be able to do that. I want to scrap that mentality and just work super well with what I have, create systems that work with what I'm earning right now, even though it's less than I've made in the past. And yeah, it'd be fantastic if it grows and gets, we always want more. But if it doesn't, if it stays the same, I have a feeling that the universe is testing me, and that once I learn to feel comfortable and manage what I have now and be grateful for it, that's when more will come into my life. So that's kind of the challenge that I'm giving myself for this year, and I feel excited to rise to that challenge. And yeah, we'll talk more about that in a purely financial video, but I always think it's important to just touch on finances in my vlogs too, because they don't need to be this like fully separate thing that, if you're not in the mood to listen to a 40-minute video about finances, you can still have these little injections of like bestie chats about money in a vlog. So I think that's super important. On a completely different note, you guys, another goal of mine for 2025 is to go natural with my nails. I'm setting a 3-month challenge of putting nothing on my nails for 3 months, and so far so good. I mean, it's been less than a week. But I'm starting to think that it'd be fun and cool if I could extend this challenge throughout the whole year. So I cleaned off my nails, filed them down. I've been taking super good care of them, putting lotion, butter, and it's just been like a nice little self-care activity. I also know that it's gonna save me so much time and so much money in 2025, so that feels great. Last little thing I wanna say is an activity, something that JS and I did just the other day actually to kind of get ready for 2025 is we deep cleaned our cars. I did the inside of both both of our cars, and he did the outside of both of our cars. Like, we literally detailed our cars ourselves just in our garage, and my car feels brand new. I love my car so much. Taking the time to clean and wash our cars and show them love, it reminded me of something that my dad has been telling me since I was young, which is, it's not about how much you have. It's not about having the nicest thing. You just need to take care of what you have, and whatever you have, you need to make it look good and take care of it, treat it well. You can have the ugliest house on the block, but have the most beautiful garden. And that's another mindset that I'm bringing with me into 2025 is like, I drive an old car, but I love it and I want to take care of it and make sure that it looks good. And my old car can look better on the inside than someone's brand new car who doesn't take care of it. So, not that it's a competition. All right, you guys, we're just gonna run a few errands today. I'm gonna bring you guys along. We just talked about budgeting and stuff, but now we're gonna go shopping. I have a little gift for someone that I wanna pick up at the LL Bean store. I'm giving someone a boat and tote bag. I mean, I already gave away one for Vlogmas. Mine is so dirty. I'm gonna ask them how to clean this, but there's someone else I wanna buy a little gift for, so I'm gonna do that. And then this afternoon, I'm gonna go shopping at the Aloe store in the Rito Center because I have a gift card. I got a gift card from Aloe for my birthday and never spent it, and it's time I go spend it. So let's just spend the afternoon together, run a couple of errands, and I think we'll just do it ASMR style. Quick things, because I've been talking so much and we have many other days that we need to vlog. So off we go. I have a song for you guys. There's nothing but net when I am in the zone and on a roll. Do you ever think about this song? It's so good. Which way can tell his secret, then I can tell mine. Phone call. My cord. My favorite store. My favorite bag.
Hi everyone. And what is it? Hey blondies.
Oh my God, you guys. Hi, baby angel. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just finished filming my budgeting video, which means I just did my budget. I had so much to say. I freaking filmed for like an hour and 40 minutes. I have such a headache right now because I wasn't drinking water. And you just get like this kind of adrenaline when you're filming, but Mikey's making so much noise. But it was really fun and I feel so good. I feel so good about next year or this year, you guys. Like, for my budget. I'm just so excited and inspired. So make sure to check out that video if you haven't already. I'm gonna drink water and just chill for a little bit, give myself a moment. It's really, really cold out today. When I took Maggie for a walk, she wanted to turn around, which is rare because like you guys can see she has all this fur. She was not having it. So that was a big thing I needed to do today. It's done. I'm gonna relax a bit and then just kind of get on with the rest of my to-do list. You guys can see my place is kind of a disaster. So that's also on the to-do list, but I haven't answered any emails in like weeks. So I need to do that too. But anyway, that's a problem probably for, oh my God, it's only 1 p.m. We're doing so well on time. We have a whole day ahead of us. We have a whole day ahead of us. Are you kidding me? Like, this is comfort to me. This is so good.
Hey, Upper East Siders, Gossip Girl here, and I have the biggest news ever.
Okay, I'm being such a rat, but I'm gonna watch a little bit of TV while I make lunch. And then I need to show you guys like what a mess. I showed you the part, but I'll show you for real how messy the living room is. And then I'm gonna do some admin work. I like to bribe myself to do emails and admin work while either watching a vlog or like watching TV, just because it's the kind of thing you can do with that. And yeah. Not that I really need to make excuses for why I'm gonna watch TV while I work, because you're probably watching this vlog while you're working.
Girl mysteriously disappeared deep their cities. Everyone knows Serena, and everyone is sure they'll be at that. We should get going then. Unless you want us to wait for you. Looks like you got a lot of yogurt left. No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm feeling so much better now that I've eaten. I'm just gonna clean up a tiny bit because I feel like I can't do anything with the apartment in this state. But I also feel like tidying is kind of me putting off doing some of the admin stuff that I have to do because I don't like doing it. So I'm gonna do, where's my phone's in here. Dis Siri, mets une minuterie pour 1 heure. So I just set a 1 hour timer. It's probably not gonna take me the full hour to tidy up, but at least that will be like my cap. And then I'm gonna sit down on the couch and do my admin. I have a call at 4 o'clock, I believe. So that's kind of what my afternoon is looking like. I actually wanted to show you guys this. We got a new piece of furniture over the holidays and it's so nice. It's like buffet. I'm probably gonna style it differently in time, but for now, this is just what I put on the top. These are actually the fake candles that I use when I'm teaching, but I put them out for New Year's because it just looked cute. And I don't know, I left them there. I'll like turn them on at night and they, I don't know, they look nice. This is a cookbook that JS got for Christmas, and that tomato soup that I was just eating, this is, well, it's actually that one. So yeah, we made that from the cookbook. It's super good. And I don't know, I just love this piece of furniture. It's from Wayfair. The buffet that we had here before, like the console table, that was from my old apartment and it had no storage. So now we've been able to like store stuff that we don't use every day. Protein shakers, like the nice teacups, the champagne glasses and martini glasses that we don't use super often. And it's all out of sight, which is really nice. So it's helped the kitchen get more organized. And then in this cupboard, we've put all of the cookbooks, the linens, like folding napkins and stuff like that, aprons. And then we made a charging station up here. So all of this used to just sit on the counter. And now we can like shove it in there and close the door, which is super nice. So this was a really nice upgrade. I really love how this room is looking. I loved that old table, it just wasn't practical, so I sold it on Marketplace. I did take down the tree and I put kind of the old setup back. I still have the stockings, but I think I'm gonna take them down today because I wanna bring all of the Christmas stuff into storage. I'm just really gonna miss them, they're so cute. I might leave them up, I haven't decided yet. But this is so bad, you guys. I basically shoved all of the Christmas stuff into this corner. That is the old couch ottoman. We got a second one with storage because we had one with storage, one without, and I just loved the storage so much. So got another one with storage. So I think I'm just gonna donate this one, but I haven't had time to deal with it yet. And then this is the Christmas tree, Christmas decor. I have like ornaments in here. Anyway, it's just such a mess. So this is what I need to tidy up. I also have some gifts, some last minute gifts that I need to wrap. I know it's like New Year's and I have to wrap gifts, but then I want to put everything away, put it in the car. And then tonight when I go get groceries, I'll be able to drop all of this off at the storage locker. And then all of my filming stuff too, I need to put it away. So let's get going. Guys, I've had the craziest morning. It's a full-on snowstorm outside. Let me just tell you my little story. So when I started this vlog, I was like, let's go, New Year's reset, like slowly resetting, blah, blah, blah for the new year. But right now that it's Tuesday, I really feel like this is like, yes, still kind of a reset in a way, but it's a lot less intense than I expected. And it's a lot more easing back into routine. So basically I used to teach a Pilates class Tuesday mornings, but we took it off the schedule because it was never performing well. Like no one would be signing up. I think just the location of it, like being downtown on Crescent, and the demographic of that studio is a lot more students, and like most students don't like to wake up at 6 to go to a Pilates class at 7. So we were always ending up canceling my class because no one was registering. And I thought that we took off the class completely. There's a bit of a miscommunication or misunderstanding that my boss wanted to try again in the new year to see, and like maybe I said, yeah, let's try again in the new year. I forgot that I said that. So I only realized last night at like 9 p.m. by pure chance. I just like I was checking to see how many people were registered in my noon class, and I was like, oh my God, I am teaching tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning. So there were 3 girls signed up, and I was like, rats. Like I had different plans for my morning. Anyway, it's all good. It's not like I have to go and, I don't know, do something unpleasant. It's very pleasant. So I get up, I get in the car, I'm driving in a full-on snowstorm. I'm driving downtown and I arrive at the studio only to realize that I forgot my keys, because basically I have like a special set of keys for the studio and I had taken them off my key ring over the holiday break because it was just like weighing down my keys. Forgot to put it back on because I didn't expect to teach in the morning, so I was like a bit frazzled. I get to the studio, not only have 2 out of 3 of the girls canceled, but I don't have my keys. And anyway, a different version of me would have been super upset, would have been really mad at myself, saying really, really mean things to myself, like how could you be so stupid, this and that. But I kind of just laughed And I have to say, I got really lucky because one, the girl who did still show up was an angel. She also showed up early, so we actually arrived at the same time, and I had to be like, look, I forgot the keys, like I'm so sorry. And anyways, I ended up, she was super understanding. She went and waited at a coffee shop, got me a coffee, like what an angel. She waited at the coffee shop. I buzzed home, grabbed the keys, and came back. It's just buzzing home in a snowstorm is like driving very safely. So it was honestly just funny, and I was just able to laugh at the situation. And luckily it was like everything went wrong, but in everything going wrong, it went wrong in the best way. Like everything really did work out. But it was just pretty funny. So that was my morning. The good news is nobody registered for my lunch class, so it got canceled. So I'm able to have like a cozy work from home day, continue doing the admin. But yeah, I just really felt this morning of like, oh God, like, okay, we're really getting back into routine, and I've been so out of my routine. It's been really hard the past 2 mornings to wake up. And yesterday I felt like I was in a trance all day. I was like so tired and I had a headache, and it was just so bizarre. So we really are easing back into things, and I'm trying to just kind of take my own advice. Anyways, I've got a coffee now. I'm back home. Everything's all good. I'm actually wearing, I never showed you guys what I got from Aloe, but I got this set in like a kind of slate blue. It's shiny. It's very, very flattering. I love it. And then I just got the matching bra top. And oh, I also got the classic Aloe tote bag. So that's what I spent my gift card on, and it was really perfect timing. Something I love doing is when I get a gift card, trying to wait for later to spend it. And this was perfect timing because, you guys, I am going to start, I've already started. Sunday night, I started my training for Reformer Pilates. So in about a month, I'm going to be teaching Reformer at Studio Joie, and it's really exciting. I can't believe the way that teaching is kind of taking over my life and becoming a more significant part of what I do for work. I started doing it in a way that I thought was just purely going to be a side hustle, like once a week. And I love it so much. And I feel like I've gotten so much more confident at it. You guys may remember maybe a month or 2 ago, probably 2 months at this point, I was saying how insecure I would feel when I would go to teach, and how I felt like I needed to make everyone like me. And as soon as I said that and I got some advice from you guys, I was totally able to let it go. And letting go of that also translated into my regular life, and even into life on YouTube, of just like wanting to be more silly, wanting to be more myself, wanting to have more fun, and really stop caring as much about what other people think. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, I never thought that this would become my like job of teaching. And it's still like a part-time job at the rate that I'm doing it, which is great. But it's had such a positive impact on my life, and that's really cool. Now what I'm trying to figure out is, I still have this problem of like, you can't do it all. And it's so funny. Let me go get the book. JS read this book a couple years ago, and he really enjoyed it, and he got it for me for Christmas, and I've started reading it. But I just feel like this is very relevant to what I'm experiencing right now. Is like, I have, when it comes to my career, I have 3 different things going on. I enjoy them all, but I can't do it all. Like, you can't stretch yourself so thin and be the best at everything. But it's like, I don't want to say no to anything. I don't want to stop copywriting because I like it and it pays really well. I will not stop YouTube. I love it so much. And I love teaching Pilates, and it's like, it's really hard to say no to adding more. Like, I just got off the phone with my boss because I was explaining to her what happened this morning, and she was asking me if I want to, I forget my keys, I get offered a new time slot. No, she's really understanding, and like, obviously I didn't do it on purpose. But you know, she's like, hey, do you want to add like an evening spot? And I just, it's so tempting to say yes, because it's like, why not get paid to have fun, and why not get paid to do something you love? But at the same time, like, you can't say yes to everything, because I do need to leave time for copywriting, and I need to leave time to film and edit. And so I just don't know what I'm doing. And I very much have this feeling of like, what do I want my life to look like? What am I doing with my life? Like, what is going on? And I'm hoping that this book will help, because this is what I need to understand. And the other thing that's tricky is like, it's so funny because sometimes JS looks at me and he's like, Zoe, you're really living the dream. You make your own schedule, you have flexibility, but it can be hard. And I'm not saying this to be like, woe is me by any means, because like I'm very, very fortunate. But when nobody else in your life can also make their own schedule, it's a little bit tricky, because it's like, I would love to say yes to teaching more evening classes, but that's the only time that my friends aren't working and my partner isn't working. So if I, you know, work every evening, give myself off during the day, then like I don't have, like for example, last night, JS and I, we sat on the couch like reading together after dinner. We made dinner together, sat on the couch, playing like New York Times crossword together and reading. And so if I was teaching, I wouldn't be able to be doing that. So I'm just like, how do I want to spend my nights? What do I do? How do I balance my relationship? How do I balance making money? How do I balance everything? Like, I don't know. And I'm trying not to get overwhelmed and just ease into it. And I'm gonna need to spend more time reading this book. But anyways, I'm just rambling on. You guys can tell I've had a coffee. Tomorrow's gonna be the last day of this vlog, and I will tell you guys more tomorrow what the plan is. We're gonna check off like a big thing that needs to get done, but it involves a road trip, and if the roads are bad, I can't go, and I'm kind of freaking out. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna go spend the rest of the day. Well, I'm teaching tonight. What am I doing? I'm teaching tonight, but I just have more admin stuff to get out of the way. I really want this to be like admin week, and then next week, like fully back into like regular work flow. So see you guys. Thanks for listening to my chat. If you have any advice, feel free to let me know in the comments. You know, maybe the advice is like, Zoe, you don't have kids right now. You don't have any, you know, because when I do have kids, eventually, I'm not going to be able to work at night. I'm not even going to be able to teach for a while because I'm going to be pregnant and then I'm going to be postpartum. Anyway, I'm thinking way too far in the future. So it's maybe the advice is just to like enjoy it now, do what you can, get one. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know if you have advice. Why does it feel like it's been so long since I've sat down in front of my couch like this? Probably because it has, but I'm really just popping on to wrap up this vlog. I feel like this has probably been such a long video, which I know you guys love. I'm just sipping on a massive cup of tea. I'm super cozy inside because there is a blizzard outside. Yesterday was like that, today's like that too, which I love this weather. This is my favorite winter weather of just like, you get to stay inside, be cozy. I wish I was skiing right now, but I'm not. But it's fine. I like to just like play jazz music and be productive inside the house and just be cozy. So that's what's going on today. I mentioned yesterday that I had something that I needed to do today. It's not getting done because of the blizzard. Basically today I was supposed to drive to New York State to wrap up this business that I have with the IRS. You guys, if you saw that Vlogmas video where I had to drive to Burlington to try and get it done, and then I had to make an appointment with like an American SIM card, like it has been such an ordeal to get this thing done. Anyway, I made an appointment for today, and yesterday when I was looking at the weather forecast, I was like, it's a 3-hour drive to where I need to go. And I was just gonna drive there, do the appointment, turn around and drive back. So that's 6 hours of driving by myself in one day, which already I've never done that much driving by myself in one day. It kind of makes me nervous. But then looking at the weather, I was like, I'm just stupid if I do that much driving in a snowstorm. So it was this whole, because the thing is I can't call the IRS from Canada. I need a US phone number and I need to be in the United States in order to call them. So I called my stepmom, like panicking, being like, what do I do? You know, I don't feel safe driving to this appointment, but I also can't reschedule. And she knows someone who lives in the United States, who I've never even met this person, who was kind enough to call the IRS on my behalf and reschedule my appointment. Like, thank you. This person's an angel. So yeah, rescheduled the appointment. Now my stepmom's gonna come with me. So we're just gonna make it like a fun road trip together. I also didn't realize how far away it was when I made the appointment. I was like, oh, Queensbury, New York. It's probably like right after the border. No, bitch, it's a 3-hour drive. That's that. It's not happening today. It's gonna happen later. I was really hoping to end the video with like a clip of me having this business done because like I told you guys before, this is so overdue and it's just been weighing on my shoulders, but it's gonna sit there for a couple more weeks and then it will be done. And yeah, it's not worth it to like, I just like have a vision of my car in a ditch in the snowstorm, and that's not how I want to spend my Wednesday. So with that being said, you guys, thank you for spending this first week with me, the first vlog of 2025. So exciting. We're just gonna keep going with the kind of New Year's and getting back into routine content next week. I really wanna make a vision board. I have not been waking up early this week, which makes me I feel better when I wake up early. So we're gonna get back into that like early morning routine, hopefully make a vision board next week, and yeah, all of that. Oh, maybe make some bread. So all of that will be in next week's vlog. I look forward to seeing you then, and I'll talk to you soon.